How did a truck driver's son make 1 crore in just 2 years without any physical product? A guy who had no idea how to speak in proper English, how can he do that in 2 years? I will share all those secrets coming up right now.
The journey from the streets of Gujarat.
I am a rebel. Hello and welcome to my masterclass. I am Dev Gadhvi and congratulations for reaching this far. So today I'm going to go deep into my story and also share my secrets on how anybody can build a successful passionpreneur business. What is passionpreneur business? Passionpreneur business is somebody who's passionate about something and has built a business around it. Now, before I go ahead and give you my secret, my story, let's just look at the life chart and what options do you have in life right now. There are 3 options right now. If you are in a job, this is the first option that you have already taken. This is the option to become successful, make money and live the successful life. The second option is the entrepreneur. This is where you have a traditional business. You have a product, you have a solution, and you have to market the product, you have to look for the buyers, you have to distribute it, and there's a lot of money required, right? Then there is a third option to become successful, which is passionpreneur. Passionpreneur is somebody who has some skills, some ability, some knowledge, which he or she can exchange against money. That is what we're going to discuss today. Okay, so let's look and compare the chart. Okay, so for now we will not talk about this. If you are someone who is into traditional business, then this video is not for you. And if you're someone who is happy living here in job, again, this video is not for you. You can continue doing what you are doing. Thank you so much, and I'm sorry this was not relevant to you. But if you're someone who is looking to change the career graph from here to here and make a lot of money, this video is for you. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to have undivided attention, because what I'm going to share next, there is no theory involved. Everything is based on practical knowledge and things that I have implemented. You will learn all the practical step-by-step guide. So I hope we have an agreement that you will stay on this video and see everything till the end, because if you stop and if you just hop on from fast forwarding, guess what? You will miss something and you will not understand what I'm going to teach you. Okay, so for your better life, I want you to make a commitment for next 30 minutes, 40 minutes. You want to stick to this with no distraction at all. Okay, so let's get into this. Now let's compare these 2 graphs. Okay, now let's say this is the graph. Okay, this is money, this is years. Let's say this is 0. Okay, now let's look at somebody who is in 9 to 5. Okay, what would your life look like? Let's assume that you're making about 70,000 rupees, or let's say 1 lakh rupees right now per month. You're making 1 lakh rupees per month. Consistently per month you are working really hard, following the disciplined life. You're going 9 to 5. You're living 5 days in office and 2 days in weekend, or maybe 1 day weekend. You're working really hard, and you're probably starting your journey, let's say somewhere here, right? And you have, let's say, I don't know, maybe 6 years of experience. Let's say 6 years of experience. Okay, and let's say you're somewhere here. You're making 1 lakh. All right. Now, what will happen to you 7th year, 8th year, 9th year, 10th year, 11th, 12th, and so on and so forth, right? And let's say this is 1 lakh, right? So what's going to happen? And let's assume this is, say, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, okay, whatever. Understand, this is 1 lakh. So this is where you are. Now, if you want to grow, what you need to do, if you're in a job, you need to get a promotion. And as we know, promotion does not happen in just 2 months or 3 months. If you are really good, you probably get a promotion in 12 months, or you get a salary hike even if you don't get a promotion. So this 1 lakh becomes, let's say, 1 point. On an average, I've been in corporate for 16 years. So the hikes are somewhere between 7% to 10%. If you're an exceptional person, then you probably go to 15% or 20%, because it's subjective to a lot of things. Even if you're great, but your company is not doing good, your team is not doing good, you still don't get great performance hikes, right? So let's assume year on year, if you do on an average decent, you make 10% hike. So that means you go from 1.10 lakh, 1 lakh to making 1.1 lakh. This is somewhere here. You again really work hard. Next year, again you go 10% hike. So you make 1.21 lakh. Okay? Oh, sorry, 1.1. Then you again continue the journey. Over a period of time, you make 1.2 is 10% hike, okay? So it is 12. So you make 1 lakh 32 on an average. Then 1 lakh 42. This is the graph that you're in a job. And maybe if you're lucky, your promotion goes really well, you may be jumping to 30-40% hike, maybe you'll go to 2 lakh here. So you see the curve. This is where you're reaching 2 lakh. Now, can you afford 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, 11 years, 12 years? Can you afford to wait 6 long years to make 2 lakh? Still then, you don't make 1 crore in a year. Because what is 1 crore? It is about 8 lakh or so per month. So when would you go from 1 lakh to 8 lakh? You probably will have to work for 15, 16, 20 years. And that is what I've noticed. All the vice presidents, all the directors, they take such a long time to make 1 crore. Now let's look at my journey as a passionpreneur. Now, of course, it took me a long time. It took me 13 years. When I was here, I completed this journey, and I was also same like you. There was some spike of growth where I jumped from one company to another. That's where I got 50% hikes. Finally, I reached a point where I was making 3.5 lakh. So maybe this is my graph, right? This is 12, this is 13 year. This is where my graph was. Similar to this, I was making 3.5 lakh. Now, if I continue on this journey, how long would it take me to make 8 lakhs or 9 lakhs in a month? I know it will take one more decade, and I don't want to wait for that decade. Now, you need to understand one thing. While I'm showing you the money part, but that is not the only thing that you should aim for when it comes to entering into a passionpreneur zone, right? So what happened is, this was year 2016. 2016, I was making 3.5 lakh. Now, what happened is, after 2017 and 18, this went from this zone to this, and then went up. Remember this. There was a huge dip because I went from making 3.5 lakh when I quit my job to making 0. But that was for a very short time. I won't say 0, but because I was making some passive income from my book and all. But then finally I reached a point where I was making more than 8 lakh per month. Now look at this. It will take more than 25 years or 20 years to reach 1 crore figure. Now I did that in just 2 to 3 years. Now I'll explain this to you, how did I do it and how anybody can do it. Now before I share my journey, I hope you understand the difference between being in job and being in passionpreneur journey. So let me ask you this. Have you seen a lot of coaches, trainers, consultants, they're making money, they're following their passion? Why is it happening right now? We have moved from the industrial age to IT age to information, the IT, which is information age, to a new age which is called knowledge zenith age. Now this is the age where people are exchanging value for money. The reason why the growth was very slow in 9 to 5 job is because we all were trading time for money, and probably you are doing the same thing. And if you continue to do that, trading time for money, you're not making a lot of money because your time is limited. But the day when you switch from trading time for money to trading value for money, that is when the money comes looking for you. That's exactly what happened for me. Now, what are the passionpreneurs doing to make a lot of money? Who are those passionpreneurs? Have you heard of YouTubers? Have you heard of bloggers, Instagram influencers? What about trainers, coaches, consultants, social media experts, content creators? All these are passionpreneurs, and these avenues have opened up. These options were not available before. That is the passionpreneur journey. So now you must be thinking, Dev, this is all great. You made 1 crore, very good for you. But what about me? Can I make that much money? So answer is absolutely yes. How can you do it? I'll share a few things here which I learned from a very practical experience that can help you also to reach the point where I've reached. You don't have to be extraordinary person, or you don't have to extraordinary skills. Like, I'm not extraordinary. I don't think I'm from any angle I'm extraordinary. But there are a few things which really help me, which I'm going to share with you. Now let's assume that you are someone who is passionate about, let's say, mindset, right? You're like a life coach. You help people to change their belief system, the mindset, habits, and help them to become happy and fulfilled. Let's say you are that person. How would you start? Now, the biggest challenge for any business is not having enough revenue. When people don't have revenue, the coaches don't have revenue, they go into job mode then. So how would you find the revenue? Now, the best thing to do is don't build a program and then look for the buyers. Find the buyers, create the demand in the market, and then launch your program or product. That's exactly what I did. Whenever I launched any product or program, I built the audience by serving them for a few months and adding value to them. And then when the day came to encash that, they were able to pay me money and get benefit out of it. So here's what you should do when you're starting your journey. The first thing, let's say you're starting your journey, there's nobody who knows you. Now, you are here. This is you, where your income stream equals 1. And your impact is not so much because you're only working for yourself and your family, right? Okay, let me just make it big. This is you. Okay? Your income stream is 1. Your impact also is 1. This is you. This is where you realize that, hey, I actually want to help people. I want to change their life. I want to be the coach. Then you start your journey on impacting them. How would you do that? You make a post out of it. You make a video out of it. You share it on LinkedIn. You share it on YouTube. Initially, nobody likes it. Like in my case, nobody liked, nobody commented. But you continue. You keep giving, you keep giving, you keep giving. 1 person, 2 people, 3 people. People start getting attracted towards you. So you, from this circle, from you go to a beginner stage, right? In the beginner stage, your impact is not so much. Your impact maybe is 1 to 100. Just few people, your friends, your family, your colleagues, they just start following you. Say, oh, okay, good. This is the learning mode. Then your income stream obviously stays 1 because your income does not change. But then you continue and you persist for next few months and you start getting followers. You go to another stage, which is the intermediate stage. Now this is where you start getting people who actually trust you and believe that you can actually add value to them. Same thing happened to me. Remember the call from Nigeria? The same thing will start happening to you. People will start asking for your paid coaching consulting. Your impact goes from 100 to about maybe 1,000 or maybe 5,000, right? Let's just keep it 1,000, right? So you start from 100 to 1,000 people, okay? The income stream, then you start getting 2 or 3. This is where you start writing your book as well, right? And you're doing paid coaching, still you have your income stream, which is still 1, you're 9 to 5, which is perfectly fine. Then you reach a point which is expert. You become an expert in your domain. Now again, expert is not India level, but in your own micro niche. What is a micro niche? Now I'll tell you in brief, because it's very difficult to cover micro niche, because that's where we need long time. For example, let's say I'm a fitness expert. I can be a fitness expert of India, which is very difficult. But what if I say I am a fitness expert specialized in women? That is a little better. But what about I'm the fitness expert specialized in women for post-pregnancy weight loss? Boom, you're separate, you are different than all the other people. Now I know you reduce your market size, but your positioning goes up, because how many fitness coaches come and say, I'm the fitness expert only for post-pregnancy women? Very few. I'm just giving a random example, okay? Once you identify that micro niche, then you can actually separate yourself from the crowd and you can become an authority in your field. So this is your sweet spot. So how many people do you impact then to become an expert? A lot of people say, oh, I need 1 lakh people, I need lakhs of people. The honest answer is no. You don't need lakhs and lakhs of people who think that you're an expert. All these loyal followers, people who believe that you're an expert in this particular micro niche, they're ready to follow your content, they read your book, they take selfie with you, take autograph with you. They are they're your tribe. You don't need lakhs of people. All you need is from 1,000 to 5,000 people. Now this is an aha moment for a lot of people, because they don't understand, Dave, how can I become an expert by serving 1,000 to 5,000? I'll prove it to you. But just hear me out here. This is where your income stream goes from 3 to 5. You start getting paid coaching, right? You get a book, you have corporate reaching out to you, you have your group trainings, right? This is where you start making more money. Then is the ultimate stage, which maybe takes 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, God knows. This is in an authority level. Now this is the hardest stage. Sorry about my drawing, the board is very small. But this is the stage where you have lakhs of people. They follow you and your income stream is more than 7. This is your sweet spot. How soon can you reach here? How is the sweet spot? Okay, let's do the calculation. Let's assume you have only 1,000 people who believe that you are an expert in, let's say, fitness or life coach. What if you launch a product and there's 1,000 people who feel that they're the loyal fans of yours? What if your product costs about 1,000 per month? And I think 1,000 is damn cheap. 1,000 per month. So in short, 12 months is 12,000. Let's assume 10,000. You give a discount. If you do this, do you know how much money you make? You make 1 crore. Now, a lot of people don't even understand that making 1 crore is not that difficult, provided you're serving more people and you're going from me to giving value to others and impacting others. That is it. That is it. Now, you must be thinking, but oh, okay, you know what? 1,000 is too much. Okay, let's reduce it. How about this? You have 100 clients and you charge them 10,000 per month. I hope my calculation is right. Yeah, this is perfect. Let's say you have only 100 clients, 100 loyal clients, and you charge 10,000 per month, which is 1 lakh. And you have 100. How much money do you make? Again, you make 1 crore. It's just the calculation. The thing is, nobody did this calculation. Nobody used their knowledge, the back reverse engineering. Now the worst case, maybe, they say, you know what, maybe I'll not have 100 people. Okay, what about 50 people? But you still make 50 lakhs. 50 people. Are you telling me you're so worst that in next few months you cannot even have 50 people who believe that you're an expert? I don't think so. But if you still want to learn more, I'm going to share a step-by-step formula on how you can position yourself as an expert and you can become an expert. See, when you create your content, when you give a TEDx speech, when you give a Joe Stock speech, when you have a book, which is a best-selling book, you have already established yourself as an expert. You already differentiated from the entire crowd. You already are, king in your own micro niche. So getting 50 people to pay you 10,000 per month is not so difficult, like I did. It just took me 1 or 2 years to do that, and I showed you how the calculation worked. So this is your sweet spot. This should be your aim, to do the reverse engineering calculation. How can I make 1 crore? How many people do I need? Can I have a big ticket? And the best part is, don't go with the small ticket, because small amount people are not committed, nor you are committed to transforming them. What would you do, in terms of 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees? There was no commitment from either party. But if you increase your price, they are committed, you are committed, everybody grows. That's how everybody wins this game. So that's what I did. I never started with the low ticket. I tried market with low ticket as well. But I said, you know what? It will take me years to reach to the place where I want to reach. So I scrapped all the 1,000 rupees workshop and all that. And I said, you know what? I'm going to give free all my knowledge, and I will only teach them to implement them in a mentorship program. That's where I got my 35 mentees, made 35 lakhs in 2 months. And you can do that as well. Okay? And that's not enough. I did not stop there. So where I started making 1 lakh from one mentee, now I'm charging 7 to 8 lakhs per person. How did I do it? I launched in 2018 and now I'm the highest paid influencer. How did I do it? That's where I'm going to share all the secret. This is one of the secrets. If you understand this, you're all set. But this is not enough. You need to understand the branding, positioning, marketing, writing a book, all that thing. And that's what I'm going to cover in 3 days workshop, which is called Passionpreneur Summit. Now, let me go to my story. So, how did I convert my idea, my knowledge, my wisdom into money? Let's go back in 2016. 2016 is the year where my life started to change. For 13 long years, I was in corporate job, in a sales role, just trading time for money. I had no idea about my mission, my vision, my passion, no idea. But boom, 2016, something interesting happened. I stumbled upon some great videos, some books, which made me realize that I'm just exchanging my time for money and I can do more in life. I have more potential. That's when I started watching a lot of sales videos, started reading books, and I decided that I will make my life really great. Within just few months, my life started to change. I had new energy. People in office also, they started saying that, Dave, why are you so charged up? How are you so pumped up? And everything started happening for me. I started getting big deals. I became like a blue-eyed boy of my CEO. And I realized that, wow, by just changing my attitude towards work and operating at a highest potential, everything started happening for me. My income went up. I started traveling the world. And I said, wow, this is beautiful. Now I need to share this experience of working with an unstoppable mindset with other people, because I know that there are more than 260 million people in India living in middle class family, and most of them have only one single source of income, and they take their life and their job for granted. They are living in a comfortable life. They have no idea that they are much more potential than what they're doing. Everybody's using 5% of potential. That's when my life started to change. I said, you know what? My mission is now to wake people up from their middle class beliefs and middle class life to do something unbelievable. That's when I started sharing my videos, my quotes, my blogs. I started doing this for entire 2016, and I reached a point in 2017 where I started writing my book parallelly, which is 80% mindset, 20% skills, while I was in job. And from 2000 to 2017 to 18, everybody started following me and reaching out to me. I received a call one day from Nigeria, and he said, "Is it Dev?" I said, "Yes, it is Dev." "Hi Dev, I've been watching your videos and I've been following your posts and I love your content." I said, "Thank you so much." Then he asked me a magical question. He said, "Do you do paid coaching?" I was like, wow. Yes, my meter started running, right? In my brain is like, okay, what do I say? Yeah, of course. I said, yes, I do. Then he asked me another magical question. He said, "How much do you charge?" Now, you need to understand, a guy who was sharing the content knowledge for free because I truly wanted to impact people, I realized people are ready to pay me. This was in 2017 where I got my proof of concept. That person became my first client while I was working in 9 to 5. And I said, you know what, I charge about 5,000 rupees, but if you do this next week, I'll do it for 3,500. Boom, that was my first POC, and I said, wow, I can actually make business out of it. Then one thing led to another. I just continued my journey of sharing the knowledge. In 2018, I launched my book, 80% Mindset, 20% Skills. Excuse my writing. This again started making me money. April 2018. What I had done by now is I had established my followers. I had acquired so many skills and so much knowledge, starting from how to create a content, how to write a book, how to close a deal, everything. I said, you know what, I need to teach people on how they can do this as well. So I, in April 2018, quit my job. And I said, I'm going to combine all the knowledge, all the learnings that I have, and I'm going to make a mentorship program. That was my first mentorship program called Passionpreneur Mastermind. That's where I was aiming to have 20 people, because I looked at my income, right? My income was 3.5 lakh. And my minimum income, which was required for my loans, my family, I was married, and I still am. I have a daughter, so I had to feed them. I had to maintain the lifestyle. I had to pay the bill, I had loans, car, everything. So I said, minimum I need is about 1.2 to 1.5 lakh. So I said, okay, if I have 2 lakh per month recurring income, I think I can survive and I can get my time freedom back, okay? So first, I acquired the financial confidence. I said, you know what? I will be able to make money with the knowledge and skills that I have. So I acquired the financial confidence. Then I launched my Passionpreneur Mastermind and I acquired time freedom. Now, again, this is a very short video. Like what I did in 2-3 years, very difficult for me to explain in such short. So I'm just compressing a lot of things. So I launched my campaign where I was aiming to have 20 mentees. Guess what? I ended up with 35 mentees. Now, if you're wondering, so what's a big deal about 35? It's a big deal when everybody pays you 1 lakh rupees. That is a big deal. So this got me 35 lakhs, and this campaign was only 2 to 3 months. I started in April, May, actually not even 3 months, just 2 months. April and May, I finished my campaign and I made 35 lakhs. Now, can you believe it? A guy making 3.5 lakh for a month, making 10 times more money in just 2 months. That was it. That was the launch period. This became my second source of income. First one was from here. Now, this book also was reviewed by international multimillionaire and leader Dan Locke. If you don't know who he is, just Google him. He's got 1.5 million YouTube subscribers. He reviewed my book. The book became Amazon best-selling. This started giving me income 1 lakh every month. This became my second stream of income. And then that was it. So if I have to now summarize how I made 1 crore is by having different sources of income. What are those sources of income? Number one is from book, right? Roughly 12 to 15 lakh. Now you must be wondering, but Dev, I have never heard any coach or consultant share their numbers. But you know what? I am actually different. I don't really care. And this is not for me to brag that, I made that much money. But I want you to believe that anybody can. I am not specially gifted. It is just that I found my passion, my purpose, and I just went blindly impacting others and giving others, starting from 2016, 17, and 18 when I launched. That was it. And 2019 was the biggest year for me. So that was first income source. The second income source, 35 lakh, right? PPMM, Passionpreneur Mastermind. So this became 35 lakh. Third, then I did some other programs, which is like sales mastery, right? As one of my mentee, my friend, my colleague, Yati Rajagarwal, we built a sales transformation program for 90 days. That again made me another streams of income, right? Which is sales mastery. Roughly we had like about 25 people, I think 20 to 25 people. So I don't have the exact numbers yet, but everybody paid about 40,000 rupees. So if you do the calculation, 20,000, about 8 lakhs, I think, right? 40, yeah, roughly about 8 lakh. This was it. Then fourth, corporate trainings. This started off with very low ticket. I started with 30,000, then 50,000, then I started charging 1 lakh to 1.5 lakh per month. So on an average, even if I get 1 or 2 engagement, I'm making 1 to 2 lakh. So let's just say 2 lakh. Oh, but if you did 2 lakh, so that means, let's say 12 to 24 lakhs. Then we had this recorded programs, which is from sales, from Passionpreneur, then I have cold calling. That also makes me another income stream, right? Recorded programs. And sixth, now in 2019 again broke my own record where I got my speaking engagement. One engagement for 2 hours, I made 3.5 lakh. And hence I became India's highest paid influencer. Not the only one, but one of the highest paid influencer in India within just 2 years. I actually just started, officially I started in 2018, and this is the year 2019. Now, you must be wondering, but Dev, how did you make 1 crore? It does not add up. But then, the next big initiative that I took was I collaborated with international influencer Ron Malhotra. He is an Australian multimillionaire, 4 times author. His book has been reviewed by Brian Tracy. He's got a review from Jack Canfield. Really awesome guy. And we launched a program called 1 Crore Coach, right? So recorded program, and then a keynote speech. Then this is 7th, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now this campaign lasted for about 4 months. We got about 30 mentees. We shortlisted mentees, and that's how we like to operate. We don't want to work for 1 coaching, 1 training, because we know the transformation does not happen in 1 coaching, 1 training. This 30 people, what if I told you that you can make 500 crore and you don't need 1,000 people, just 30 people? That's exactly what happened. 30 people who signed up for our mentorship program, each one paying roughly about 2 lakh. Because it was launched, we went a little cheap. 2 influencers, 6 months mentorship program, we did very cheap. Next year or next program will be even double the amount. So this 30 people paying 2 lakh each person, 60 lakhs. Now if you total up, I'm sure we have made more than 1 crore. This is how a guy who had no idea what I'm gonna do in life, which was in 2016, till 2016, I had no idea. I was blank, I was lost. How will I make money? What will I do? I think I was not fulfilled. Like right now, you must be thinking, but Dave, if I make 3.5 lakh, I will not do anything in life. I will just continue working. But guess what? The day when you reach that point, you will realize that is not what will fulfill you. Now, my aim was not, money is a byproduct. I got into this not just for money. I genuinely wanted to enter this field because I wanted to help a lot of people. There was something which was not available in my job. The fulfillment was not there. And ever since I realized that we only grow when we help others grow, that's when I started on my passionpreneur journey. So today, within this, from 2018 to 19, I've given my Josh talks, I've given my TEDx speech, I've become a best-selling author, I made more than 1 crore, I've traveled different places, I met Dan Locke in Vancouver, all that within just that much period. Why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this is because I converted my idea into money. And when you're watching this, you too have a lot of ideas. You're probably enthusiastic, you're passionate about fitness. Maybe you're passionate about mindset. Maybe you're passionate about coaching, training, sales, whatever it is, anything that you're passionate about, maybe Reiki, right? I have my mentees who are health enthusiasts. They are the healing expert, right? Maybe you want to coach students, right? You want to help them like with the career. Like one of my mentees, Jogesh Jain, is coaching employability trainers and coaches. Whatever you have, whatever idea you have, that can be converted into IP product, that can be converted into programs, and you can make money while living, how many? 6 Sundays a week. And that's what I call. 6 Sundays doesn't mean that you're just laying on the beach, not doing anything and watching movies. 6 Sunday means you can do what you want, when you want, how you want, with whoever you want. That is true success. Even if I told you, what if you don't make 1 crore in 1 year? Okay? Maybe you won't. Depends how committed you are. But what if I told you, you may just make 20 lakhs or 30 lakhs, but you have absolute freedom to do what you want, how you want, when you want. Now, I'm writing my 2nd book. This is just the beginning. Now, you must be wondering, but Dave, why am I sharing, why are you sharing so much knowledge, so much of things with us? Now, let me give you a little bit of backstory. My dad was a truck driver, and he told me one thing, that son, make sure you study hard so that you don't have to do what I'm doing today. That thing, I remembered it so clearly that I worked really hard. But I reached a point where I realized the hard work is not enough. Despite the hard work, I was still operating just like my dad. My dad was also exchanging time for money. So was I. So I was still a bonded labor. My dad did not have any choice. We were living in a house which was very small. The roof was made of a cement sheet. Maybe you know my story, or maybe you're hearing this first time. It was surrounded by the drunkards, gamblers. They will fight and they'll abuse. My mom, she made sure that we don't mingle with anybody. And me and my brother, we were the only two who were fortunate enough to get an education in English medium. But despite that, I could not speak proper English. And I had to struggle to even get a job in a BPO. But finally I got through. If you read my book, you know my story in detail. That I got into a domestic BPO, an international BPO, then I got into business development, sales. I grew slowly but steadily and reached a 3.5 lakh. But I realized there are better ways right now. We are so lucky that we are in this economy, which is a social economy, knowledge zenith age, that you can make money based on your knowledge and skills from wherever you are. Now, today, I am on a mission to transform 1 billion lives. I don't want anybody to just go through what I went through. It took me 3 years, but I want you to compress that 3 years into 1 year, and I want you to live 6 Sundays a week and make a lot of money. But more than the money, I want you to live a fulfilled life, which is only possible when you follow your passion. When you're not accountable, responsible for anybody, but just you and your passion. That is what I am on a mission. Now, it's very hard for me to tell you all those things. What you see here is a very surface level. What did I do beneath the surface level to get here? Like, I'll tell you, the first workshop, it tanked. The Passionpreneur Mastermind, I lost 90,000 to 1 lakh rupees. I had no idea. I want to share all those secrets with you. It is not enough to just have a technical skill. Maybe you're an NLP trainer. It's not enough. What I realize is we need to understand how to market yourself, how to brand yourself, how to position yourself, how to close the deal. All those things are important. How to write a great book, how to become an Amazon bestseller, the positioning, micro niche, all those things are important. And that is the reason why I said I'm going to share all my secret, which I put together in a blueprint format, step by step by step, which has the same blueprint has helped my mentees like Yathiraj Agarwal, Jogesh Jain, Amol Karale, from struggling in making business and trading time for money to living 6 Sundays a week. So those people now, they enjoy their life at the comfort of their home. They have their own set of mentees. I launched Yathiraj Agarwal's mentorship program. He got 13 mentees paying more than 1 lakh per person. So he's free now to work from anywhere, anytime. That's the blueprint I want to share with you. That's the blueprint I want to help you to understand so that you can implement those things. So here's what I want you to do. If you want to continue to learn more, I want to look at the link below